this masterclass, I'm going to take you through why a child's toy, the Chinese finger trap, tells you the best way to deal with anxiety. And they're made out of bamboo. They come in different colours. You can get them in different places. However, the way it works is this. You put your fingers, because it's a finger trap, and then you have to try and get your fingers out of the finger trap without breaking it or forcing it. I feel stuck. I don't know what to do. But you don't want to tell anybody, because if you tell somebody that you're not strong enough to get out of that trap, if you go and get help, will there be any use? Well, I'll be spending that money and then I'll be even more trapped because I've wasted money and I haven't got the help. Eventually, all those stories and feelings that are in your mind and in your body might start you fighting. So you start arguing with people. You want to get away from the situation. You're struggling, and you know you're fighting with people, or you're getting a little bit naggy with the kids, because what you want is you just want to get away. You just need some time. You just need some space. So you're pulling away. You want to run away, and then because you can't do that, you're fighting to run away. So you're stuck and you're pulling, and eventually, after some time, you settle and you accept your situation. Nothing's ever going to change. It's always been like this. Now, before I go into the next bit of what you actually need to do, in India, the cow is seen as being sacred. So the cows don't do the work in the land. They use elephants. And the way that they do that is that they will get a baby elephant from the wild and they will tie one of its feet up to a pole. And what happens is that the baby elephant tries to get free, tries to break free. And they tie it up and it keeps struggling until it accepts where it is. And the mamuts who look after them feed it, care for it. And that becomes its life. Eventually, after some time, they loosen the rope off until they change the rope for a piece of bamboo that just wraps around its leg. The elephant has been conditioned. It's had its nature changed. At any point, if it knew, it could run back off to the wild, but it doesn't know what that is anymore. And that's a little bit like our lives. Over time, we drip into who we are. And sometimes we'll notice it and we'll change it. Other times we just don't know what to do and we get stuck. So what do you do when you get stuck, when you want to fight and when you want to get away and you're frozen? Our instinct naturally tells us to pull, tells us to run away, tells us to fight. It tells us to look to the outside for the answer. And the reason why they do that is because when you look to the outside, when you go to, say, a therapist who's going to keep you in therapy for a year, who's winning? They are, because they're getting paid. That's not what I want to do. I want to get you out and back to who you are as quickly as possible within that 21-day period of my course. So this is what you do. We don't look to the outside. We move to the inside. We lean into the discomfort. We look for the root cause. And as we lean in, you can see that this has now got a little bit thicker. And it's given my fingers a little bit of wiggle room. Now, if I take my fingers and hold that, I've now got control. I've got control of that space in my mind. And what I can now do is release one hand. And I can release the other hand. And I'm now free.